So I was thinking about some shit, right? Nothing new. But I was thinking about some shit, and I've talked about this with one of my good friends of mine before in the past. But I was like really stuck on it today. I went on a walk. Shit was like, I took like a 3 or 4 hour walk. Was gone for like 2.5 hours. And I had really something, I had an idea fixated on my mind. And I was like, yo, okay, we live in a world to where a lot of shit is already set in stone, is set in place. When you become of a certain age, you're allowed to do different things. In this realm, when you become older, 16, 17, 18, 19, you're given more freedom, more responsibility to do different things, to pursue different opportunities, to try different things, to experience different things, blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking, okay, why are these things being set in stone? Why is it so fixated? Why? You know? Why? Like, why? Not only just why, but why are people just accepting it? Like, when you become of age, when you're 18, when you're legally an adult, why do people just accept when you're out on your own, handling responsibilities, you have a steady source of income, you just accept, oh, I have to pay bills. Oh, I got to pay for rent. Oh, I got to pay for water. Oh, I got to pay for electricity. Oh, I got to pay for insurance. Why do people just willingly accept these things? I understand why, because these are necessities. Some of these things you need to be able to survive, to be able to do some things you want to do. But why are we just willing to just brush that shit off our shoulder? Like, this is just okay. Especially for shit like water. Like, the idea of people paying for water, it literally fucks with my stomach. Like, it fucks with me on such a spiritual level, man. The human body is 70% water. Mother Earth is 70% water. 75% water, give or take. Why do we have to go to the store and pay for bottled water, cartons of water? Why do we have to pay monthly for water? We're literally surrounded by water. The earth is 70% water, yet we're going out of pocket to pay for some shit that's all that Mother Earth is already supplying us with. Some sociopathic motherfucker was like thinking, okay, so people need to drink water on a daily basis to survive. If they don't drink water from this time period to this time period, they will die eventually. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a business plan. I'm gonna make a fucking some type of blueprint to be able to charge people for water. I'm gonna take all these fucking water points, all the access points for people to get clean filtered water, and I'm gonna own them. I'm gonna trademark them. And the only way for you to be able to get clean drinking water, you're gonna have to come to me, and you're gonna have to bargain something or pay me with some type of currency in order for us to trade transaction this for this. This is the world we live in, and this shit frustrates me to death. And it frustrates me even more that people just willingly accept it. It's just the world we live in. Hey, man, we got to pay bills. Hey, you're responsible for what you do. Hey. And people just accept it. And they're just okay with it. Like, why? Life wasn't always this way. Like, do people think about this kind of shit? Like, people talk about it and they just, like, let it pass by them willingly. Like, for all, I don't even know. Ever since time was a thing, we just had bills, since the earliest days of humanity, we always just had to pay bills. Like, no. Like, this goes so deep. Bills are something that was created just a couple centuries ago. If you really think about it. And even before then, we had the not the bargaining, the barter system, the bargaining, something like that. But basically, I have a good and you have a good, so we trade. So if I grow strawberries and you grow cherries, I'll give you this many strawberries for this many cherries. And we go about that. We don't need to pay for silver and gold or dollar bills. We trade good for goods. You get what you want, and I get what I want. And it's equal, it's balanced. But nowadays, people have these necessities, these needs or wants, and they got to come out of pocket for them. That's our currency. And back to my original thought about people thinking about it. Do people like think about this shit from a daily basis, on like a daily basis? Not even on a daily basis, but just does it even cross their mind that you're paying for shit that's already being supplied to you? And that's kind of what I want to get into. The Age of Aquarius. Now, if you don't know what the Age of Aquarius is, it's the time point we're living in right now. I think it started in the, don't quote me on this, but the 80s or the 90s, to where it transitioned from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. And basically what the age of Aquarius symbolizes, what it represents is, well, first I gotta talk about what Aquarius, the sign Aquarius is symbolized by. If you're on your astrology, if you're into that, you probably already know. For the people that don't, the Aquarius sign is symbolized or represented by the water bearer. The water bearer is literally an entity, usually something of a female like energy, pouring water on a plane, on a realm. And in this case, on the third dimension, on Mother Earth. Water is represented by information. And if you don't understand it, just think, when you're in the shower, what do you get? You get your best ideas. You know, if you're an artist, you get your most creative ideas. You think outside the box. If you're stressed because you have an assignment or project, you start planning out your day. Like, you really become in sync with yourself. Whatever problems, whatever is just on your mind, it seems like a solution is just randomly popping in. They're just flowing across your mind like air when you're in the shower. This is not even in the shower for me. Like, I wash the dishes and I'll be listening to music, or I'll just be washing dishes in silence, and I'll get all these ideas, all these things I could be working, all these like ideas or ways to improve on something or make something more efficient. All while like I'm just in water, outside in the rain, walking in the rain, same thing. Whenever you're in water, it's like gears in your mind start to turn. It's like your DNA is being, certain parts of your DNA are being activated. Certain doors internally are being unlocked and opened when you're in water. But as soon as you get out that sink from washing the dishes, or as soon as you get out that tub, or as soon as you come back inside from the rain, you get into so and so reality. You forget all about these creative ideas, you know, things to make things more efficient. All these thought forms, they just go away, evaporate, vanish. So to basically summarize what I just said, the age of Aquarius is the age for new ideas, new ideologies, to change rules, laws, the way shit is, transforming it, transmuting it to something better, to something greater, to something more efficient for everybody in the next generation, generation, and generation. To not be fixated on shit that's already in place. Because a lot of shit that's already in place and people just accept, it's corrupt. It's a lose-lose game. You're not meant to come out of it on top. But as we're in the age of Aquarius, you're being allowed to express these ideologies freely. And look at it, the LGBTQ plus movement is a great example. The gays, the trans, people who are everything but straight are able to freely express how they feel about their sexuality, what they identify as. And it's legal now. At one point, this was all just an idea that someone felt, and it got spread, and more people started to resonate with it. And as a collective, they made the push for people to not be judged in a certain manner or discriminated. And now it's just acceptable. People don't look at it with the side eye like, oh, that's weird. It's accepted now. Just because somebody or group made that effort to push that idea and bring it from the fourth dimension and pull it into the third dimension here. So to kind of end off after all that rambling, all that explanation, a little overwhelming. Basically, what I just wanted to say is if you have any ideas, if you're an artist, you consider yourself a creative, somebody who goes outside the box, anything, just something that you feel needs to be brought down from the fourth dimension into the third dimension, bro, do that shit. This is the age to do it. This is the time right now. If you've ever been stuck on something, you've had something that you've been sitting on for a while, and you just never had the motivation, the initiative to just be able to just say, fuck it, let me just do this shit. Bro, the time is now. Do that shit. I'm not saying by tomorrow or next week or next month, you need to have the whole blueprint written out. You got to know this step, and how you going to get there. It doesn't have to be finalized. You don't have to go cold turkey if you're going through addictions or other shit that's getting in your way. But bro, take those steps. Make those steps. Start walking in the sand. Make that shit happen. Because I guarantee you it's not as hard as you're making it out to be. And this is a message to me too. Because I got some shit I'm sitting on. I got some shit that I want to do. But for whatever reason, I can't. I just don't know where to go with it. I don't know where to start. But if you just took that initiative to try, shit would work out. You are your greatest enemy. The only person stopping you is you. You know what I'm saying? If you got ideas to make the world a greater place, do that shit. It could be something as simple as clothing, bro. You're tired of all the clothing that's out right now. What message is being portrayed? What message is being pushed? So you come up with messages and ways for people to interpret your clothing in a positive way. It doesn't have to be anything huge. Any change is a good change. I say positive change. But the time is now to change, bro. To change. Switch up on all of this shit that's already fixated. And question everything. That's something that's very undervalued. Question everything. Why shit is the way it is. Do your research. Study. Educate yourself. Always. And on that note, man, I'm out of here. Stay safe. Take care.